your pretty little grudge is costing you a lot of money. Let me explain. Hey there, Tom Hicks, CPA here with J.T. Hicks Company, tax advisors and consultants. Not unlike, you're driving down a road, a deer runs out in front of you, you hit the deer, and the front end of your vehicle is smashed up, and it ends up in an auto body shop, and you're in that shop, and you have a grudge, right? Because you shouldn't have to be there. You shouldn't have to pay for this. This shouldn't be inconveniencing you. All of those things are true, and you're directing some of your angst at the person that's trying to help you, right? That's the auto body technician that's going to try and fix your car. And on top of that, you shouldn't have to pay any of this, right? You shouldn't have to pay your deductible. So you've got this attitude, and you think that the best solution is always the cheapest solution. And folks, that's just not true. Okay. And in previous presentations, I've talked about the difference between a tax advisor and a tax preparer. And here's what you focus on. This is like having that smashed in front end of your vehicle because you ran into a deer, and you think of your taxes kind of in the same way. And you're focusing your attention and your direction on two places on this income tax return. Am I getting a refund, or do I owe money? And that you have tunnel vision, and that is what you are focused on. You only want to know if you're getting a refund or if you owe money. And if you're getting a refund, you're just thrilled that you're getting a refund because you don't owe any money. If you do owe money, that's where you start to grumble and complain, and there's a whole lot of other angst that happens. And yet you are focusing on the wrong place, right? Here's where you should be focusing on is the total tax. And this is where a tax advisor is strategic to your planning every year, because a tax advisor is going to show you ways that you can legitimately and legally lower your tax liability. And these could be things that you're already doing and that you don't know have any kind of tax benefit. But almost every return that I touch every single year, I see things that taxpayers could do differently if only they had the knowledge or the advice or the coaching or whatever it was, and they could be paying a lot less taxes, enough that it more than justifies my fee. So, for example, if I told you that you could pay $2,000 less on your income tax return, and my fee to do that for you was $500, would you do that? Gosh, I hope so. I would do that every single day and twice on Sundays if I could, right? That makes sense. It wouldn't make sense for me to say, look, I can save you $2,000 on your income tax return, but my fee is $2,500, right? You're going to think, no, that doesn't make any sense, right? So then you go back to the cheapest solution is always the best solution. So look, if you don't care about this line on your income tax return, it doesn't really matter, right? If you do care, then you really need to be more proactive, and you really need a tax advisor as opposed to a tax preparer. And that's where J.T. Hicks Company comes in. My company is proactive about paying less tax, right? And we call this tax efficiency. And in that is, are you taking advantage of every single opportunity within the tax code that you can take advantage of to pay a lower tax? So look, if you'd like more information about how to be more tax efficient, please reach out to us. You can call us at the number below. You can visit our website. In the upper right-hand corner of the website, there is a Contact Us button, and that will allow you to self-schedule an appointment with me. There's no cost, no fee for this appointment. So let me leave you with this thought, in that a good tax advisor is not expensive. They are priceless. So until next time, I'm Tom Hicks with J.T. Hicks Company. Thanks for watching.